With all these mixed messages we're hearing in regards to when this problem could actually be solved, we want to check in with ABC medical contributor Dr. Alok Patel with what parents need to know. Dr. Patel, thank you so much for joining us.
Kayna, thank you for talking about this. We are hearing questions and concerns from all over the country.
Absolutely. So really, it's trying to figure out what parents can do in the meantime, right? So first of all, let's start with this. If people can't find their preferred brand of formula on store shelves, is it safe to change formula for your baby? And what is the best way to then introduce new formula to your baby's diet?
Kayna, for the majority of infants who are formula fed or supplemented, it is safe to try to find an alternative. Now, as a parent of a formula fed infant, I understand that some babies can be picky. So it's totally a viable option. Try it out. For those kids who may have a specific dietary need, such as children with heart disease, children who have trouble digesting certain formulas, food allergies, you want to check in with a healthcare professional or a pediatrician to find a safe alternative. That's actually the specific population I'm most worried about.
Right. Those kids that need that specific kind of formula, right?
Absolutely. And there's a lot of them. Anyone out there could go and look at the three major formula suppliers, Abbott, Mead & Johnson, or Gerber, and you will see it's not just that general infant formula. There's a lot of different formulas out there, including soy milk-based, hydrolyzed, or formulas that are easier to digest, even formulas that have a higher caloric value for those kids who need that extra boost. So it's very specific in some cases.
Wow. And so many kids out there I know have a soy allergy, so that can be tough when it comes to formula. And then also, at what age can you introduce cow or plant-based milks? I always remember it being around 1.
Generally, Kayna, it is around 1 when it's safe to introduce those types of milks. Now, in an absolute crisis, any parent of a child who's 6 months or older can talk to their doctor to look to see what options they have in terms of getting extra calories. That's around the age when children can start taking in some solid foods and may be able to take a little bit of cow's milk for that time being. But this is not a safe alternative for young babies. When we look at almond milk, oat milk, plant-based milk, cow's milk, they do not have the right nutrient profile, including electrolytes, sugar, and iron for young developing babies. So that is not a safe alternative.
Okay, and let's touch on this real quickly. You mentioned it. You were a formula household. We were a breast milk household. Why is it that some parents either can't breastfeed or it's just simply not an option for them?
I am glad you brought this up because I talk to new parents literally every day, and every parent looks at their own individual situation. Some parents, for a medical reason, cannot breastfeed, even though they try to. Some parents in the early stages may not have the right milk supply. There's a trouble with lactating, or there's a trouble with latching from the baby. And there's a lot of kids with medical reasons where they can't actually breastfeed as well. And then we look at societal issues and the pressures that are put on new parents. We don't have paid maternity leave. So the reasons are numerous, and I absolutely think that's something we should address right now and wonder why we don't have the right support for parents out there who want to breastfeed but can't.
Right. And on the flip side, I will say I had a surplus, so I started donating my breast milk. What advice do you have to parents out there that might want to go that route, that they might want to look at using either donated breast milk or perhaps try to buy some?
Well, I do want to slow clap to you and all the mothers out there who are stepping up right now to support one another. The altruism is inspiring. Now, using donor breast milk is a perfectly viable option for a lot of people out there. You want to make sure you're getting it from a reputable source because these donor milk banks are going to be the places that are going to screen all that milk just to make sure there's nothing concerning in there. Now, people might say like, hey, I can't do that because I don't have a doctor's prescription or I can't afford to purchase donor breast milk. If you're going to get donor breast milk online, it's not the safest option, but I know someone out there is going to anyway. Just make sure you trust the source and feel empowered to ask a medical history from anyone, even if it's a friend that you're getting donor breast milk from.
Oh, that's really good advice. And what about purchasing formula online? What should parents watch out for there specifically?
I am imploring parents to not buy formula from a shady website. Be very careful you're buying it from a third-party vendor. I think this is a situation the FDA is going to have to really reconsider when it comes to what formulas are imported into the United States. You want to make sure any formula you are buying meets FDA standards. That is extremely important. And please, any parents out there, do not try to replicate the intricate science of breast milk or formula in your household blender. Homemade formula is not safe. You risk a nutritional deficiency or worse if you feed that to young babies.
Yeah, and that was my next question. And what about people making that really hard decision to dilute the formula that they do have?
If you actually look at formula, there's a very specific minimum and maximum for all the vitamins, minerals, the electrolytes in the formula. And if you dilute that, you're potentially changing all of it. We've actually seen children hospitalized because of diluted formula. And the fact that this is even a topic of consideration right now, Kayna, is completely heartbreaking that there are parents out there who cannot find formula and as a last resort are thinking about diluting it. It's a gut punch to think that that's where some families are at right now, but it is not safe at all to dilute formula.
Oh, thank you so much for that advice, and I completely agree with you that it is really hard to hear. Dr. Patel, our thanks to you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.